Welcome to the deep dive. We're jumping straight into the Arc Network testnet today, really trying to sift through the requirements, give you the precise strategic insights you need.
Yeah, exactly. Our mission here is, go beyond just a checklist. Let's distill the why behind the actions. Arc Network, it's not just another layer one. It's built specifically for fast stablecoin payments, trading too.
And it uses USDC as its base currency.
Right. And critically, it has built-in FX, foreign exchange, and pretty robust privacy features right there at the protocol level.
And the context here is, well, it's massive. Our sources are confirming this thing is deeply tied into the Circle ecosystem. And the scale, the backing associated with Circle is somewhere in the ballpark of $2.22 billion institutional funding.
Wow. Yeah.
So when you see that, you realize this isn't just some side project. It feels designed for like serious digital cash commerce.
Exactly right. So, okay, let's look at how you get started. The entry point. The process really kicks off with two critical prerequisites. First step, claiming facet tokens.
Those are the ARC testnet tokens.
Yeah, the test gas, basically. You need them to do anything. You just paste your EVM wallet address, click send USDC. Simple.
Okay.
Second, once you've got those tokens, then you connect your wallet, switch over to the ARC testnet. That puts you on the main page, ready to go.
All right, so let's unpack the kind of interaction they're looking for here, because often testnets are about stress testing complex trades or something. Arc seems different, emphasizing something simpler, maybe more persistent.
That's really the core insight, I think. They seem to prioritize continuous low-friction activity, like the main daily task is just clicking send good morning.
Send good morning.
Seriously?
Yeah, it sounds trivial, right? But it's probably not about the message itself. It's likely a way to track a daily streak, maintain engagement.
Ah, okay. So for a network aiming big, maybe institutional scale, that daily check-in acts as a kind of Sybil resistance, like proving you're a consistent user, not just a bot farming an airdrop.
That's a good way to put it, signaling consistent activity. But wait a minute. So the key metric isn't some complex DeFi strategy or deploying intricate contracts. It's clicking good morning and deploying a basic contract maybe every couple of weeks. Does that really signal utility for a project with, $2 billion behind it? Or is it just attendance, a sophisticated sign-in sheet?
Well, that's the tension, isn't it? That's what we need to analyze. These simple tasks, they could be designed to stress test the basics. Onboarding, stability under lots of users signing in, maybe deploying simple things. That's actually pretty essential if you're targeting institutions using stablecoins. They need reliability above all else.
Okay, I see.
And beyond that daily click, the source does say you need to engage with the core functions. So contract deployment is in there. But again, it's made easy. There's a contract deployer section. Just deploy something simple.
Right. And the customization stuff follows that same pattern, demonstrating core features, but simply.
Precisely. You're basically testing asset issuance. So deploying standard tokens or, custom ones where you pick a name and symbol. Same for NFTs, standard or custom. The goal isn't really complexity.
It's about testing the network's basic ability to handle these things.
Yeah.
Issue assets, manage them.
Exactly. And minting specific things like they mention a memorial NFT if you have the test tokens. The source is pretty clear. Deploy a contract maybe once a week or every 2 weeks, plus that daily login. That seems to be the baseline for being active.
Okay, so we've got Circle's huge backing and an interaction model that seems to prize persistence, that daily check-in over, say, complex performance tests.
Yeah.
If we tie that persistence requirement back to what you said earlier, the built-in FX and privacy, what does that suggest about Arc's strategic aim?
Well, it strongly suggests they're targeting institutional use cases, maybe cross-border payments, settlement, high compliance stuff, not just retail crypto folks. Privacy features, FX capabilities, those are often mandatory for, global business, regulatory compliance.
Right.
So the network might be using these simple tasks, the daily login, deploying basic contracts, tokens to make sure the layer one is super stable, ready for the kind of high-volume, high-compliance traffic that serious institutional USDC users would bring.
Okay, so let's wrap this up. What does this all mean for you, the listener? The key things to remember are that strong Circle connection and the required sequence of actions. Get tokens from the faucet, connect your wallet, switch network, and then the ongoing stuff.
Yeah, those critical interactions. Deploying basic contracts and assets, and crucially, maintaining that perhaps strategically important daily good morning streak. It proves you're genuinely engaged consistently.
Right. Persistence seems key.
So here's something to think about. Given ARC's focus USDC, FX privacy, what kind of real-world applications could this unlock? Think commerce, supply chains, financial services, and L1 built just for digital currency transactions. What does that enable? And maybe more critically, how essential is that daily streak, really? Is it more about boosting the network's engagement metrics for valuation, or does it reflect true utility of the platform? It's that fundamental question, engagement versus actual performance. Something to consider as you interact with this testnet.